What's up guys, Tevy here, back again with another episode of Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle with the Dark Story. As you can see, we're playing as Ruse now, and her objective is to chase down Tails, whose current objective in this part of the story is to find the President's limousine, which we mentioned being somewhat of a felony, chasing down the President and stealing confidential information. As you can see, Ruse has a specialized cart that's very unique to her specific animal traits. The design could have been a lot better. It could have looked very different, but they were ballsy enough to do it. I don't even think ballsy is the right term for it. Anyway, I was honestly afraid I was going to miss that jump, but this is going to operate exactly the way it did in Tails' story, where we just need to reach the checkpoints to get more time added onto a clock, about 3 times until we actually reach the President. However, the main difference in this one is, at least for this, I feel like Ruse's cart section is a bit more difficult than what Tails had to go through. Just because, as you saw earlier before in the race, not all the guardrails are there on the turns, so if you aren't careful with your turns, you can easily fly off the building. And the turns on this one is pretty tricky until you get used to it. It took me a bit to adjust to it because with Tails' one is like, alright, there's some slight turning, I can easily make this, but for this one, I feel like it's a bit more difficult, especially when it comes to doing her challenges later on. So yeah, if you don't brake right there or know how to properly drift, you're gonna like have a hard time slowing down. Same occurrence going if you're going over those huge slopes, and say you were to like overtake where the entrance is, you're gonna fly over the edge.
Wait a minute. Be quiet. Just
And of course, as you can see, which I'm not doing a very good job of showing, while she's going through here, Eggman is talking to her, and it's very different dynamic than how Sonic was when he was talking to Tails, being all encouraging, and so like, we need to, hurry up and get this done, we need to find him, and Tails like, alright, leave it to me, while Ruse and Eggman are pretty much like, hurry up and find the President, what are you doing? And it's like, shut up, I'll do it. It's like very unique to those two dynamics for like the group and their standings with one another. Anyway, as always, please let me know how your day is going down in the comment section below. Today was the day, guys. I'm officially done with the job I've been at for the last 7 years. I went a little bit into it in a previous video, let my thoughts going into it, but today was the last day, and it was honestly surreal. I didn't feel it at the time. It's only like at the very end of the day, once I clocked down, like I don't work here anymore. And I'm still trying to get like adjusted to it, but I am gonna miss all the people I've grown to call my family there. Because that's pretty much what we are. With all the shit we've gone through working together, it would be disrespectful to call them anything less than like my second family. But anyway, as we're going through this long stretch, this is probably going to be a good cutoff point, because I don't want to make this all about like, even though it is my channel, I want to stick to the game. Either way, we now found Tails, but we don't see the President anywhere at all. So, and why is he why is he flying the tornado when we're doing this using a cart? Anyway, let's see what exactly happens at Rouge. The answer is nothing.
Shadow. They're in that blue plane. Spotted at 11 o'clock.
Copy that. I'm in pursuit.
Alright, anyway, well now that Ruse passed on the information where Tails is, now Shadow is doing his best to track them down. So pretty much at this point, we're just trying to keep an eye on the heroes, since as you saw in the last video, we have 6 of the 7 Chaos Emeralds as the villains, and we need to get that last one, which Tails is in possession of, so we're tracking his movements to figure out where he's going, so we can make a plan of attack to steal it from him. But little do they know, he's literally just going to them already, so they didn't have to do any of this. And that's honestly depressing. Like, they don't really have to do anything, but this is honestly just to fill out, the story for them, so they have something to do, instead of them just, they're going to come to us eventually. Might as well just wait here and do nothing. Be pretty boring, like narrative-wise. So they had to have something to do. So let's chase them down, see what they're doing, what they're up to, and yeah. So this, oh my god, I really do not like this stage with Shadow. Not that it's badly designed. I like always feel on the edge, trying to like jump on the rails properly and switching between them to get rings, because it's a lot more better executed in a game like Sonic Heroes, where it's like switching between rails are very simple, while in this one it's like there's no simple way to like move to left or right. It's more like you just jump off and you need to stick your landing. And that's honestly somewhat difficult to me because I have somewhat bad depth perception, so it's like trying to like see where it is and focus on like where to land. That doesn't always work out for me. I sometimes end up falling off the stage, so that's very much a gripe I have with this level, at least for me playing, just because I'm bad at it. But yeah, I dislike that part of it. But anyway, you should be getting close to the end. Another thing I really don't like about this stage, oh no, we are at the end, I guess I'll have to wait, is the texture in the background. As you can see in some of the cutscenes, it's not seamless. You can see where it clearly ends and clearly begins. That's the only other thing I really don't like about the stage, and sometimes cutscenes in general. But yeah,
That
it wasn't but
so hard.
Let's just see what Shadow has to say moving forward with this little interaction.
Doctor, they're heading directly toward us. What should we do?
Just sit tight. We've got them away. There's no way they can get away. I don't know what they are planning, but I'll be sure to give them a warm welcome.
That was pretty rough.
We did it! Let's go, Amy! Yeah!
You little thieves. Did you really think you could get out of here alive?
Come and get some, Eggman! Just leave it to me!
This time, I'll take your life, as well as the Chaos Emerald. I call on you to destroy these pests! Come out, my servant! Now go! Squash that blue hedgehog, Sonic!
Idiot!
When Sonic struck his head, he must have broken the restraining mechanism. Ah, what a piece of junk! No!
And of course, that kick to the head messed up the circuits in the egg golem, so now we have to destroy our own creation. So what the heck, Eggman? Anyway, this boss fight, the only thing I find difficult with this is just maneuvering around a little bit with Eggman, but for the most part, all we have to do is shoot the 3 open spots onto his chest and make sure we don't fall into the quicksand, otherwise we're gonna die like that. And it sucks. This isn't that difficult, it's just maneuvering around with Eggman. It's so slow that sometimes you can't help but like get caught by his attacks. But I think this is the time to actually like start to like really home in on it and like, alright, be more careful, see where he's going to hit, and just avoid staying too majorly stuck in one place and just focus on a single point of impact. Like what I'm doing right here until I finally get those major spots opened up. Start moving over here. I only got one more section left, so as soon as that spot's revealed, I lock onto those 3 targets, he's done for. And towards the end, he'll start doing that attack where he closes you off with both his fists and then hits you with a headbutt. But as you can see, it's not that difficult once you get the timing down and how to maneuver through his attacks. Anyway, now that we've taken care of the egg golem, let's go and see what happens next.
Green light for launch. Primary engine ignition on. Beginning liftoff countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shuttle liftoff.
Hi, Doctor. How's it going? What? What do you mean they escaped? That's okay. I will go after them myself. Can you tell me the password for the space colony control? Tricking that old doctor is just too easy. All right, it's time to get to work. The password is Maria. Maria, I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh well. This is it. Research Project Shadow, the ultimate life form. Let's see now. What in the world is this? This can't be right. Just what is Shadow anyway? I guess I'll just have to take the last pieces of the Master Emerald.
Alright, so it's time we do Mad Space with Rouge. And oh boy, this is actually slightly worse than, like, Crazy Gadget with, Meteor Herd with Knuckles. So, as always, there is an upgrade for Rouge right away in this level, that we need.
Detector readings are reversed.
And that sucks ass too. Doing that this late in the game and now you decide to reverse it? No. That's terrible. I don't like that at all. And honestly, this one normally takes me at least 9 to 15 minutes to actually complete because it's that bad. Anyway, if we come over to this planetoid like planet over here, we want to come to this opening, and there's her upgrades, the iron boots, which allows her to destroy iron containers, which we need in order to find the emerald pieces. So, from here on out, it's honestly difficult to talk about the game at this point because I've gotten most of my thoughts and opinions out the way at this point, and it's just trying to find something interesting to talk about that's game related in order to do it, because I don't want to stray too far away from the game that we're playing, because there's always so many stories I have about this level, or this game in general, and I've mostly told all of them, and there's not a whole lot else I can really go over in this one, so I do apologize if the commentary gets a bit stale during this section, but it's the way it is, unfortunately. Anything else I can honestly think about is just going back to what I was mentioning just a little bit ago, with like leaving my job and whatnot. So yeah, that's happening, or that happened, I'm sorry, I don't know why I say it's happening like it's just now a big thing, but it is kind of a big thing. But although I am, excited for the new opportunities, I am sad to like move on from them, or at least move on from what I used to do there. So always move forward, don't look back, and just keep an open mind to things you're going to be doing in the near future. My big thing about this change is just, trying to make sure I keep in contact with all my friends and whatnot, and that they still remember me when I come back, and I'm probably about to die. Yep, there surely is. But thankfully, even though I did die, I still keep the upgrade, so that's a plus. But anyway, yeah, it's just mostly that, and I'm trying not to bore you guys too much with talking about that, so I'm sorry, that's the last time I'll bring it up. Move on. Oh, and we actually got a ping for the emerald piece right away, and thankfully, I feel like it's in one of these boxes that's like floating in mid-space. Oh no, it's right there behind the crystal. There we go. Alright, so now we just gotta find 2 more, and hopefully they won't be a bitch to find. And after this, I think we'll only have one more dark part left until we can move on to the final story that you unlock when you complete both hero and villain. and that's only going to be 2 parts. So we're almost done with this playthrough, guys. So it's been a ride. It definitely has, and thankfully it's not that long. Oh, I started cutting at this point because it took me 6 minutes to like get a hit on the next one.
It's gotta be close.
Thankfully, I dug in the right place at the right time, and quickly move here because that place is about to blow up. From here on out, there shouldn't be any more in like this section of the outer area, so you want to head back towards the center. And unfortunately, like for me, it took me a while, another 4 minutes, just to get the ping for where this one was, and it was high up again. So I always make it a point to check down from up. So I was up here a while ago, but since it's locked, I couldn't really get a hit on it until after I clicked the other 2. And now it's just trying to find the right spot of where it is and exactly where the spot is that I need to be searching for. So turn green down there, so I have to stay in this mid part of it and try to figure out exactly where it is I should be looking. Thankfully, it pinged on here and that made me think, alright, the center part where it's grassy, where it's dirty, and then just find the spot that looks most convenient, and boom. Unfortunately, like I said, it does take me a while to complete stages because of how big and elaborate this one is. So, yeah, that one wasn't going to be a good score, but thankfully it's done, and we can move on to the final confrontation between Rouge and Knuckles for the dark side.
Long time no see, treasure hunter. Did you find my emerald?
That's a good one. Your emerald. Talking to you is a waste of time.
Alright, Knuckles. This time,
Hand over
the
those
shoes on the other foot. That's the only best way I can say it. So, Knuckles behaves exactly like Rouge, how she did in her fight. However, instead of kicking, he's gonna do a whole lot of punching. Thankfully, I got a good hit in right away, so like before, you want to try to like hit them from behind, because if you try to attack them from the front, they're mostly going to counter you and attack of their own, and they're just going to cancel each other out. The only other thing I seem to notice is when I got to sections like these where like I was walking along the edge, Knuckles wasn't as prone to fly above me and dive into me like Rouge was, so that's a plus going into it. But it could change. I just think that's like a slight variation in their fight patterns. He's more into like straight close quarters fighting compared to just hovering and then diving you from above where you can't see it like a cheap shot. If I can ever get like another hit in, that's the main thing that I hate about these sometimes with like their specific rival fights.
I have no choice but now witness
Of course, he does the same thing too.
Take this!
The only difference is he didn't have to land.
Now witness my powers. Take this!
And he got me that time, unfortunately. Thankfully, the bottom's closed, so if we can try to get one... I need 2 more hits to actually finish him off. And at the last second, he turns around. So it's difficult to do these ones, at least for like Knuckles and Rouge, just because of how like more prepared for a fight they are compared to like Shadow and Sonic or Tails and Knuckles. Tails and Eggman going against a fight. Okay, he does still do it, just not as often as Rouge did. And I want a ring before I die. Oh, I just need 2 more hits. Come on. Just let me hit you, Knuckles.
Don't make me do this.
Thankfully, he left himself open when he did that move. It still stunned me towards the end, but I was able to get a hit in. I just need to get him one more time, and then that's the end of this. There we go.
I must protect the Master Emerald.
Sorry, Knuckles.
Stop fooling around and give me back my emerald.
What are you babbling about? You call yourself a hunter, attacking a lady? Shame on you!
What kind of lady goes around stealing gems anyway?
Those belong to me! What in the world? Keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch me.
Is that how you say thanks to someone who just saved your life?
Saving my life. Don't think I owe you one. You just wanted to hold my hand, didn't you? That's why you saved me. You're such a creep.
This isn't a joke, you know. Think what you want, fat girl. I was saving the Master Emerald.
No matter what you say, it sounds crazy.
What?
Fine, then just take them. They stink like echidnas do.
If that's what you thought, you should have given me them in the first place. Finally.
What?
I'm sorry if I hurt you.
We should get going.
Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next part, so take care until then.